Okay, so I've got about 15, 15, 5, 5, so about 45, 50 kgs on the bar. And we're just going to watch, essentially, we're standing, we take a little step forward, a little step back, and from that step back, it really is the muscles down the posterior part of your body, the back part of your body, which take that load, okay? And so here, if I just take it back, I'm standing, and then I'm essentially throwing my body, and the weight's coming down through this segment. Well, gravity's pulling it straight down, but because of the angle of my body, it's been transferred this way. And the way that my body stops, that movement is really down the muscles down the back of your leg. Now, there is still coordination, okay, involved in the quads. There is still a little bit of activation, okay, in the muscle at the front of the shin. But essentially, as I go through this movement, so I'm here, I'm taking the weight, here's the weight, all down here is active, and I'm now trying to take a step forward, and so I then have to push, okay, to then create that movement. So essentially it's mimicking you loading, okay, and then pushing back. Now what I want you to see, so I want you to go and try this movement, okay, because it's mimicking that shape. What I want you to see is, hopefully, I start coming lower here. In the work, it's not demonstrated on the video particularly well, but the amount of work that my body has to go and do when I go and accentuate that angle. So here is the normal angle, okay, which I say is I want you to try and get into these shapes, versus when I make a transition and I try and bend lower, okay, that second shape, okay, is just so much harder to go and to get up from. The amount of work that's required in this angle here is so much harder, because I want you to be able to mimic that when you're running. Okay, I want that leg to be essentially be straighter, okay, which should make life a whole lot easier in terms of loading. Okay, you push into the ground with that shape, you will bounce out of it via that connective tissue, via those tendons, which should recoil. Okay, hopefully that hasn't over confused you.